welcome back. We're talking a little Minnesota duels wrestling this week with St. John's heading down to Augsburg. We're going to see St. Olaf, Concordia, and Augsburg in duels this weekend, and should be some pretty good duel matchups. We start off out of the gate at 10 o'clock in the morning with Concordia after a 1 hour weigh-in. So all those wrestling alumni remember what those 1 hour weigh-ins were like, and then having to jump on the mat. Not the days of old where you got a day or so before and could jump up 10 pounds, but our guys will be ready to go. Concordia, a very different team than this year than they were last. They graduated off quite a few guys, as St. John's did as well. But some of those big matchups early for us in the duel are going to come at 133, where Chad Henley's going to meet this Holbein, who's been kind of his rival all the way through in wrestling the last 4 years. So they'll match up again for about the 5th time in their careers. Moving up the line, then we should have some pretty good battles all the way through from 57, 65, 74 should all be some good matchups. And then kind of the one highlighted match I think of that duel is going to be Dustin Baxter versus Nathan Schmitz, who's ranked right now 5th behind Dustin, who's ranked 2nd. So those two should tie into it, have a pretty good matchup, and should look for some good fireworks off of that duel meet. We follow that up with a 12 noon showdown with St. Olaf, and they've got a returning 3rd placer in Ryan Timmerman at 141 pounds. We're going to put out Alex Peck against him, a sophomore, see what Alex can do. And St. Olaf has actually had a pretty good year this year, having a good turnaround season. Got some good senior leadership in that team, and have posted some good wins and some close matches across the board. And then always the exciting matchup to see is when we wrestle Augsburg heads up in a duel at 2 o'clock. And Augsburg, of course, they'll have a couple guys that are ranked #1 in the country. Their heavyweight's #1, and their 149-pounder is #1 in the country as well. We're going to see what kind of luck we can have against him when we wrestle another Mongolian. Last year, Minga kind of had his number, and we'll try to put Ochi out there and see what he can do as well against Mr. Valek. So overall, the matchups are going to be some great ones. So 25, we'll see how it goes. They've got a transfer student in, so he's a new guy to us. We haven't seen him yet this year. 133, we've got a good matchup against a freshman on Chad Henley. We actually lost the match in that duel, or in a tournament down in Florida, but should be a pretty good matchup overall for us. Anticipating some pretty good matchups all the way through, and then we get to 197 again, where Dustin Baxter will meet Brad Baus, who's ranked #4 in the country, and of course Dustin's ranked #2, and it should be a pretty fun matchup all the way through. So pretty excited. We're getting down to that end of the season time where we're getting excited, looking forward to those tournaments in the end of February, and we'll go from there forward and see if we can't get a good 10 guys qualified to that national tournament meet here in a month. Thanks, and look forward to seeing you out at the MIAC duels.